big things are coming your way. And if you are in a slow season, friend, it's okay. It's just a little lull so that you can get all prepared for all the big, exciting things, projects, and clients and launches that are in your near future.
Hey there, welcome to the Super Bloom Coach podcast, the show for life coaches ready to 10x their business and bloom into undisputed thought leadership status. I'm Mariah Riona, an award-winning brand designer and certified life coach. I've spent over a decade helping incredible female entrepreneurs like you build luxurious, high-end brands that stand out and attract their dream clients. Each week, I share the latest branding strategies, business growth tips, and personal insights to help you elevate your coaching business and thrive. Whether you're just starting out or looking to scale to new heights, this podcast is your roadmap to becoming a luxury thought leader in your niche. Get ready to learn, grow, and make an impact with the Super Bloom Coach podcast. Let's go.
Hello, Coach. Welcome back to Super Bloom Coach podcast. I am so happy that you're tuning in. We are on episode 11 of the podcast, which is crazy to me. I can't believe that I'm already recording episode 11. I don't know where the time has gone. I am excited for things we have coming up on the podcast. These have been solo episodes so far, but we have some amazing interviews that we've already recorded with other coaches, and then we've got some amazing other guests lined up, all of whom are coaches as well. And so we'll be dropping those in the next few months. So just wanted to give you a heads up to keep your eye or your ear out for that. We are talking about what to do when business is slow, and nobody likes the slow season in business. It can feel really unnerving, and you sort of just feel like you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs, not knowing what to do, sort of starting to panic because you're not getting inquiries or people aren't booking. So today I'm breaking it all down for you and letting you know why you shouldn't fear slow season. Actually, think of it as a gift. This is how I thought of slow season. I did have several slow seasons in my business before, and I just always knew I was going to make it big. I just knew. So what I did was when a slow season would happen, I would realize, well, the story I would tell myself, which served me very, very well, and I hope this serves you too, I would just say, I'm going to be so busy here very soon because my business is about to just take off. So this slow season is a gift so that I can get the systems in place, I can get all caught up, I can get everything lined up so that when I do get busy, it runs like a well-oiled machine. So I hope that helps you. I think we all believe this if we're tuning in, but your mindset makes your business, it makes your life. And so just believe that big things are coming your way. And if you are in a slow season, friend, it's okay. It's just a little lull so that you can get all prepared for all the big, exciting things, projects, and clients and launches that are in your near future. Let's talk about what you should be doing. The first thing I want you to do when business is slow is to elevate your brand presence. You need to look at your brand. If you're not getting booked out, there's probably something a little off about your brand or your brand messaging. You're probably not connecting with the right people. So you can do what I call a brand audit. You can DIY this. This is something you can just do on your own. You go back and you look through your brand. And you need to be honest with yourself and ask yourself, are you really clear on your ideal client? Are you really crystal clear on who your ideal client is? Now, I have people come to me, clients, all the time, and they're like, I know who my ideal client is. And I'm like, oh, yes, tell me. And they give the most vague answers. They'll say, well, it's a man or a woman, and they're between 18 and 65, and they live in the United States, but they could be anywhere in the world. Friend, that is not an ideal client. That is most of the population. If you have an idea about who your ideal client is, That's great. But there's nothing like getting pen to paper and really writing it down. What I would recommend is I actually have a 50-page workbook called Client Breakthrough, and we'll put the link to that in the description. But this walks you through step by step how to figure out who that ideal client is. And once you know how to market to them, how to reach them, and having this information is so valuable to your business. I have gone back several times during this slow season, and I've realized that while I had an ideal client that had been, really working for my business and really serving me well, some like an ideal client avatar that I had figured out, I would fall into a slow season and I would realize, oh, I did know my ideal client, but it's changed. My ideal client has evolved. So I would actually go back and I would use this workbook and I would refine it. And every time it gets more and more refined and it moves in the direction that my business is going. So every time I do that, I do really key into my ideal client again and I start talking to them. And then magically, it's not magic at all. This is how it works, but magically, those are the clients that start booking me. Because when you know who you're talking to and you know how to talk to them and you know where to find them, well, guess what? You find them and they start booking you. Think about that brand presence. The other thing I want to mention when I talk about elevating your brand presence is, as you know, I am a luxury brand designer. I'm a luxury branding coach. I really believe in the power of luxury, and I'm very passionate about helping female entrepreneurs, in particular, female service-based entrepreneurs, build luxury brands because, and I have talked about this before, but I am so passionate about this because I really feel like this is the way that women work smarter, not harder. Your time is so incredibly valuable, and I don't think that we hear that enough. We know we're busy as women, as entrepreneurs. If you're a mom, we're being pulled in a million different directions. We know we're busy. We're not really told how valuable our time is. And we need to understand how valuable our time is. It is our most important asset. I always like to think, I can make more money. I have my whole lifetime to make more money, but I can never get my time back. Treat it as the precious resource that it truly is. And so that is why I started developing luxury branding for female entrepreneurs, because when you build a luxury brand, you are just able to charge more. You're able to build these amazing high ticket offers that sell themselves. It's like, just think of the Louis Vuitton bag as opposed to a handbag that you would buy at a department store. Basically the same material, but you're paying 10, 100, 1,000 times as much. It's crazy, right? When you are in a slow season, when you do your brand audit, think about the things like your ideal client, think about your messaging. And then I also want you to think about the aesthetics of the brand. You could have amazing messaging, but if the visuals are sloppy, if it looks like it was put together DIY by a design student or on the cheap, that's probably the reason that you're not selling at the price point you want to be selling at. You might be entering a slow season only because your brand isn't matching your level of expertise or the rates that you want to charge your clients. So go back and do that brand audit. Like I said, think about who you're serving, the message you're telling them, and then visually the way that you are representing yourself.
Hey Super Bloom coaches, let's take a quick break. This episode is sponsored by my exclusive Luxury Brand Leader program. If you're serious about elevating your coaching business, then you have to check this out. Luxury Brand Leader is your chance to work with me one-on-one to totally transform your brand and realign your business for exponential growth. This is the only logo and website design program designed exclusively for coaches that builds your luxury brand and sets you up as the go-to leader you were born to be. Imagine a complete 360-degree luxury brand transformation done in just 90 days. You'll get personalized coaching, cutting-edge strategies, and the exact steps you need to become an unstoppable force in your industry. When you become a luxury brand leader, you can finally start to attract clients who daydream about working with you, and they're willing to pay the big bucks to make it happen. Imagine being able to unapologetically raise your rates, magnetize high-paying clients, create a captivating personal brand, and showcase your high-value expertise. Are you ready for a branding experience that will revolutionize how you show up in your business? Apply to become a luxury brand leader today at mariahriona.com. Remember, spots are limited and they fill up fast. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to transform your business. Apply now.
My next tip is to refine your niche and your message. So this is what we were just talking about in the last tip about knowing your ideal client. So figure out that an ideal client, and along the same lines, you're going to figure out and hone your niche. Now, if you've been in business a while, you really want to be niching down more and more. It's funny because, I know there is all this niche drama for life coaches, and it's something that comes up a lot, but like it's all in your head, right? Just pick your niche, go with it. You will find your people. There doesn't need to be all this drama about it. But what I tell my clients all the time is nobody buys coaching. This is why it's so important to know your niche. You need to know who you serve and the transformation that you're providing. That is your niche, right? When you know that, you're no longer selling quote unquote coaching. You're selling a result, and people buy results. People don't really buy coaching. Nobody's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to give you all this money so that I can trade, and give you an hour of my time each week for what? They want to know what the result is. They don't care how they get there. They just they want the result. They want to build the business of their dreams, or they want to, lose 20 pounds, or, they want to get their dream job. All these things that we coach people to get, that's the result. That's what they're willing to pay for. They don't care about the container it comes in, how long it takes. The shorter, the better, honestly. So go back and look at that and really refine your niche and the messaging around your offer so that the right people will see how that you can serve them. If you're selling coaching, stop. You really want to go back, look at what you're doing, and see how you can sell the result. My third tip for when business is slow is to take that time to refine and build an unforgettable client experience. So, there's all these stats out about how much easier it is to keep an existing client than to go get a new client. Like it costs so much more to go out and get a new client than to just keep an existing client. And then on top of that, there really is no marketing that compares with word of mouth marketing. All of the content marketing, all the paid ads, all the branding that you could do, none of it compares to word of mouth marketing because we trust the people in our lives to tell us, if something is worth our time or money. And so one of the best ways to build your business is to really work on that client experience, because having an excellent client experience is going to, first of all, help you retain your existing clients. If they just love working with you, the experience is so incredible that they don't want to let you go. They'll keep signing up for programs. They'll look for other ways to work with you, right? So that's the first reason we want an amazing client experience. The second reason is those clients will talk about you. They'll talk about you and refer you, sometimes not even intentionally, but they will talk about you and you'll get referrals from existing clients if you have an impeccable client experience. My recommendation for this is to go back and just like we audited the brand to figure out the ideal client, the brand visuals and the messaging, just like I talked about all that in the previous steps, you want to go back and you want to look at your business from the customer or the client's viewpoint. And we call this the customer journey. Get out a piece of paper again and a pen and just write down step by step what a customer's journey or their experience with you what it entails. So go all the way back to before they know who you are. How do they find you? Is it through a paid ad? Is it, through a business card? Is it word of mouth referral? Think about all those things. And then when they get in touch with you, that's part of the initial contact. That's part of the experience. And then, you do a consultation call or a discovery call or whatever you want to call it. And then booking and then starting the program. And then what happens when the program's done? Do you suggest the next program or do you ask if they want to renew? Like all of these things add up to make your customer journey. So go through and meticulously map it out and then audit it, just like we did the brand earlier on. You're going to audit your customer journey. It ends up becoming your client experience, but we're going to make it an amazing client experience by going through each step and saying, oh, how can I really surprise and delight them? How can I really elevate the experience here? What if I made the emails more clear? What if I responded to all emails within an hour? Like just all these things. Like think of all the ways that you could take your customer journey, your customer experience as it is right now, and make it more elevated, make it more luxurious. When you're slow, this is the perfect time to do this because you have the time, you're not busy, and you can get these systems in place. And then putting the systems in place to have an impeccable client experience, you will see such a huge return on investment for this because this is what makes your clients fall in love with you. It's what makes them tell their friends and family that they need to work with you as well. So I highly recommend that you work on this when you're in a slow season. And then my last tip is to make sure that you are positioning yourself as a thought leader. This is so important. And I don't think enough people talk about this, but especially as a coach, a lot of my coaches are now published authors, they do consulting as well. All of these people fall into a sort of thought leadership arena. You really want to start thinking of yourself as a thought leader, even if you don't have a huge audience. Even if you have 10 followers on Instagram, you are a thought leader in your niche. So this is so important because I talk about this in one of my free courses, 5-Figure Clients, which we will drop in the description box so that you can sign up for that. But it's so important to establish yourself as, a leader in your niche because people pay so much more to work with the specialist, to work with the leader of a niche, right? We don't want somebody who just kind of can do all the things. Like think about it as like a general life coach as opposed to the weight loss coach who helps moms lose the last 10 pounds. If that's your problem, you want that person. You don't want just a life coach. So we really want to work on positioning you as a thought leader. And that is why I have built my program, Luxury Brand Leader, the way that I have. It's really twofold. We help our clients who are almost all life coaches, they're consultants, they're online educators. We help them first and foremost build their luxury brand so that they can charge more, so they can show up with that confidence. But at the same time, we're setting them up as a leader, a thought leader in their niche. And we like to have both of those elements together. I just think it's an unstoppable combination. When you have both of those things, you become the go-to person in your space. And so one way that you can really sort of start to stand out as a thought leader is just by creating content on your ideal client's problem and the solution that you provide. And you can see that's what I'm doing right here, right? I help life coaches build luxury brands. So I have all kinds of content for the last 5 to 7 years that I've created across YouTube, across my all my blog posts, now this podcast, Instagram, all of it. And it all helps me become known as a leader in my very specific niche, which is luxury branding for life coaches. Those are my 4 tips to help you get unstuck when things are slow in your business, when you're dealing with a slow season and you're not booking and you're not sure what to do. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. This is your time. Think of it as a gift. Big things are coming. You're about to get booked out. This is your time to prepare. So I'd love for you to go through these 4 things, do them in your business, and then let me know how it goes when business picks up again.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Super Bloom Coach, the podcast for life coaches ready to 10x their business. If you enjoyed today's episode, I know you'll love my free course, 5-Figure Clients, the secret to attracting high-ticket coaching clients. Inside, I'll show you how I went from attracting bargain hunter clients to exclusively booking clients at a 5-figure price point. If you're ready to start working with clients who understand the tremendous value you bring to the table and to stop working with clients who don't, then this course is for you. Over 4 days, you'll learn why offering a high-ticket service is better for you and your client, how to craft your irresistible high-ticket offer that practically sells itself, and the 2 things you need to convey in order to sell high-ticket services. Also, how to position yourself as a luxury brand leader so you can charge a premium for your top-notch services. Sign up now at mariariona.com/free-course and start attracting those high-ticket clients today. Don't miss out on this valuable opportunity to elevate your coaching business. Get instant access to your first lesson. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to Super Bloom Coach so you never miss an episode. We've got some incredible content lined up to help you 10x your coaching business and achieve your dreams. If you found value in today's episode, can you do me a quick favor and leave a review? Your feedback helps me reach more coaches like you who are ready to elevate their business. Thanks so much for listening. I'll see you next time.